Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing great. I am just wrapping up my setup over um on TikTok, and then we're gonna get into it. It's Friday. It is another great day to be in the space, doing all the things. If you're watching, I can't see anything you write, just FYI. So you have to come over to TikTok because my Facebook doesn't work, but I have people that watch, so I just go ahead and show it anyway. Um, Wednesday, my audio was out, so I'm actually gonna update my Wednesday video with my another video. I'm gonna do that probably later today because we really had a good conversation, and I would just hate for that conversation to go to waste simply because um simply because we had some issues with technology. We're not going to do that. So, okay. I'm going to update the Wednesday video because we had a really good conversation around fear and the things that are holding us back. And I want to make sure that we don't have any issues. Let me check Facebook. I had terrible audio issues um, Wednesday. So let me just go see. You might get a little feedback. Okay. I don't hear anything today. So if you're out there watching, good morning. If you're on YouTube, I can't see you either. Good morning. Good morning. That's V. Good morning. Good morning, Vanessa. How you doing this morning? Glad to have you here with us. My children have ran down every device. How you doing this morning? How's it going? I'm glad you're here. I have been so busy, y'all. It's been out of control. I haven't been able to post in my group as much this week, just a little bit. Because I've been working on my Canva AI class in the background. I'm teaching Canva AI tomorrow. Um, you don't want to miss it. I've already built out all of the content. So the good part is when we have class tomorrow, you're really just coming in to um watch me do it. You get like a second run of it. You get to ask me some questions live. Like you've got a lot of opportunities to deepen your skills faster. Okay, I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow, I've got that class tomorrow. You need to iron that shirt. Yeah, you do. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Inspiration 4. Good morning, Miss Linda. Good morning, V. I'm glad all of you are here this morning. How y'all doing? Good morning, Blue Flames. How y'all doing this morning? What's going on with you? How are you? Let me pause for a second. I better check this. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. All right, and I'm back. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. I think that's Nicole, I think. Good morning, Euclid Studios 251. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Howdy, and how are you? I hope everybody is doing well. It's Friday, which means we celebrate wins. We talk about what we went over this week. We're going to explore some of that homework. I have been super busy preparing for this class. So I'm sorry that I have not been as had as many pop-ins in the school, but once I cross over and finish this class, I'll be able to take a breath and get right back into it. But we've had some conversations, some really good conversations happening this week. So if you've missed it, baby, you have missed out. But you haven't missed out too much. Go back in there and take a look. All right, this week, Monday, I talked about, or I introduced this month's series. All right. This month's new series is entitled Fear Factor. All right. I've been thinking through fear because fear has kept me from so much in my life. And that might be the same for you. So this month, in since we're gonna do Halloween, we're gonna talk about your own personal horrors. I don't do Halloween like that, so we'll just talk about personal fear and how we can overcome our personal fears. We talked about that Monday. All right. We went deep into how fear is grounded in some things that we don't always honor and recognize, like we procrastinate often because we are afraid. Mm-hmm. The second thing that I hit on Monday was that wanting to be perfect keeps us from pushing forward in our goals and our hopes and dreams, right? So we've got these things that are holding us back. They're keeping us from reaching where we're trying to go. Monday's homework was acknowledge one of your fears. And the question that you're supposed to ask yourself is, what's underneath the fear? All right. So what's underneath it? Underneath that, what you say is the fear. What's the truth? What's the truth? Then Wednesday we came back and we said it's not just having these single fears. Usually fears show up in our lives as patterns. All right. So we've got to look for patterns. My pattern is when something makes me nervous, I procrastinate. I push it off. It's a very clear pattern. And oftentimes I go, nope. Had you just gotten this done, all this fear and anxiety you was feeling would have went away because you know what? You can do it. That's my pattern. Okay. Then we talked about the different kinds of patterns that show up. Fear of rejection. We're going to be talking more about fear of rejection in more detail next week. All right. Oftentimes, fear of rejection shows up as you're silent, or you tell people that you're introverted, but it's not really that you're introverted. It's really that you're so afraid of being rejected that you hold back on your true voice. The second is a money fear. I kind of went in the cut on the money fear, and I demystified some myths because there are some myths. You don't have a fear of being scammed. You're just not doing a good enough job of paying attention to when someone's not giving you what they said they would give you. That's a you thing, not a teacher thing. Good morning, Lydia. All right. Some of you underprice because you try to price things based on what you're willing to spend and not your actual value. Because you're personally maybe having to navigate on a very slim budget, you assume that's everybody else is doing. That is not true. Everyone's budgets are all kinds of sizes. All right. I've had to learn that lesson this past year. People are not broke. People spend money on what they want to spend money on. I see it all the time. People will say to me, "Oh, honey, that price, I don't have money for that." And then I would literally watch them with my eyes spend money on X. And it's okay. All right. So you just need to charge your price. And then some of you are just hesitant to invest because you're afraid of what will happen if, you learn what you're supposed to learn and you get better. That's the real fear. Scamming is not a fear. Good morning, Soliel Chica or Soliel Chica. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Charge your price. If the price is $40, charge it. Good morning, Toya. If the price is $100, charge it. Whatever the price is, charge it. Charge it. All right? Just charge the price. And then lastly, we talked Wednesday about everybody having a visibility fear. A visibility fear. You're afraid that if people see you, they'll see all of you, and you don't want the world to see all of you because you're not perfect. All right? I have hair like Rapunzel all the way down my back. I started wrapping my hair up because I'm like, my more intense walks, I don't want sweat hitting my hair. Oh, the thought of people seeing me with my hair tied up in my little turban. Oh my goodness. Is it professional enough? All these questions I had in my mind. And then finally I had to silence it and realize some people have me in their ears. They don't even see me. And most of my audience does not care. They could care less. All right. So I had to just put the thing on because that was best for me and keep showing up visibly so that my business can grow. All right. No one cares. But in my mind, because we've been conditioned, especially as Black women, we've been conditioned that we have to, if we're going to show up outside our home, we got to do this. And even though I'm not outside of my home, I'm live and connecting with you. So in my mind, I had this fear that people would assume, oh, because my hair is up, this isn't a good quality call, or this isn't a professional call, right? You got to squash those fears, do what works best for you, right? And show up. Okay, so this fear of visibility shows up as hiding your face, not being true to who you are, trying to over edit. All right. And here's the beautiful part with all of this, and what I'm going to talk about every single week. Fear, the existence of fear in your own life is a stirring of the reality that you're just a human being. You're just a person. And it doesn't mean that you're broken. Being afraid doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. So as human beings, we can stop these patterns and work towards moving to somewhere else so that we can move our business forward. All right. So the homework this week has been around two things: naming your fears, naming your patterns, and starting to work through what we can do to break these patterns. Good morning, Juicy Platinum. I like that name. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Mishka. Good morning, Yoli. Glad to have you this morning. So, question for the room. Several of you have been here all week, or at least one of the 2 days. Have you been exploring your own fears? That's what I want to know about. Have you been exploring your own fears? Have you been working on breaking your fear patterns? Have you been really taking some time to think about what's underneath the fear? Like, what's the truth? Has anybody had a chance to do any of that this week? I'd love to hear about it. If you're okay with sharing, it's still a public platform. So if you're okay with sharing, I'd love to know, how did it go for you this week? We've been talking about fears. We're going to talk about them all month. Okay? Let me know in the chat. And then I'm going to up my pace up. I've been going a little slow lately. So I'm going to up my speed up. I've been going a little slower than I should. Good morning, Carmatero Fort. Carmatra Fort. Oh, I know I'm going to get that wrong. I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know for me, the recognizing that, like, My fears are directly linked to whether or not I procrastinate. That's been huge. So one of the things I've been doing to break it is I've been going old school. I've been running it back, taking a good old fashioned pen and paper, writing out all the to-do lists, and prioritizing doing. And it has been so refreshing to watch my list. I've been doing it like the last couple of weeks. Get a little bit smaller. And even though the list is gonna always be there, it's gonna always grow. I'm loving the fact that it's a little bit smaller when I first started. And I'm not adding as many new tasks to it. All right. So that's mine. And going forward, I'm going to be way more sensitive, emotionally and mentally sensitive to when my mind starts going into a place where I begin to procrastinate instead of do. All right. So that was mine this week. It was really, really, really important that I figured out why I will push certain things, because I get to take care of my business. I really do, but certain things will keep pushing, get pushed to the bottom, and I started realizing it's because I'm afraid. And you want to know the real truth? Not only am I a little afraid, I can't. It's usually around something I can't control all of the outcome, so I really struggle there. All right. So those of you who also struggle with things you can't control, it probably is linked to fear. It's also probably linked to why you procrastinate. Okay. That's just my experience. Good morning, Miss Samela. How you doing? Glad to have you here. We're celebrating wins, guys. Thank you for sharing. Let me go back and read some of these comments. All right, let's see. Erica overcame her fear, thinking no one would show up. That was her fear. It was rejection was the fear for her. Now she knows, no, people are going to show up. People are going to be there. People are going to value what she has to offer. Right? So guess what? Now you got to do it again, Erica. What's your new topic going to be? You got to do it again, sister. What's the new topic going to be? You got to keep at it. Because once we put the jar on our fear, right? It may pop out the jar from here and there, but over time, we want the fear to become less valuable and the thing we're doing to move our lives further to be the highlight. All right? Now, how can I say that? Or why would I say that? Good morning, Charlene. How you doing this morning? How are you? How you doing this morning? Glad to have you. Thank y'all for being here. So, Linda reminded me, or she brought it to my frame of memory, I should say, that we started this. I'm going to say we, because all of you that have shown up with me over the last year, you're part of the we. All right. We've been at this a year. It's been 12 months. I started off doing it 5 days a week. Ooh, I'm glad I'm not doing it 5 days a week. That was too hard on me. So now I do 3. And switching to 3 made it much more palatable. I didn't like it, but now that I'm kind of across it, I've been way more consistent once I moved to 5. But it's been a year. Now, I in my mind, I don't know what I was thinking because I've been preparing for the Canva AI class. And I have not had time to really write out what I want to do. To really celebrate, because I don't want to miss this moment and not celebrate. So you're going to see some things come through the school, and I'm going to be talking about some things because I think we can all learn from that kind of consistency. Most people are saying, or most people say rather, that they struggle with consistency. And after a year, I realized that we actually don't struggle with consistency. We struggle with all the different roadblocks that keep us from being consistent. And we're still way too caught up in perfection and consistency being the same thing, because they're not. It has not been a perfect year. Not in the least. Not in the least. Okay. So I'm working on some stuff in the background. Because I want to make sure I adequately celebrate the moment. And I'm recommending you do the same. So I think Toya has a new school. Charlene's got a couple schools. Everybody got a school. Be like, Oprah, you got a school, and you got a school, and you got a school. Most of you have started these schools around the last couple months, right? So I want you to be thinking, what are you going to celebrate a year from now? Good morning, Miss Diane. What are you going to celebrate? How are you going to thrive in the progress of these groups, right? All right, let's see. Let me read some comments. Charlene made a tote bag. Oh, y'all are working on some co-working in the background. I saw that. Yeah, I tell you, it was whooping my butt. The 5 days a week was killing me. 3 days is solid. I could do 3. All right. So be on the lookout. We're going to celebrate 1 year of consistency and growth. And I'm going to be sharing, like, what did I learn, so that you can grow with me, continue to grow with me. Because many of you have been growing in your business or in your fitness or practicing more rest. I've got several of you who you use this time to rest because you're so busy everywhere else. So I think it's been a good thing. You know, when I started this, I was like, man, this probably is dumb. I probably look dumb. And I was feeling very uncertain about whether or not this is a good decision. But a year later, I'm still here, still at it. And I think it was the right choice. And I'll never be where I want to be, but I'm always making progress. And that's all you can ask for yourself. Now, with that being said, let's talk about y'all wins. In the chat, let me know what were the wins for this week. What were your wins? Did you overcome some fears the way that Erica did? Did you make progress in your business? Is there something that you did well that you are especially proud of? There is no win too big or too small. We celebrate wins in this group. What was your win? How did you become better? Let me know in the chat. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, YouTube and TikTok. I cannot see any comments on YouTube and TikTok, but I do have people who listen. So I keep running my YouTube and TikTok this way, my YouTube and Facebook rather, because I know I've got some people that listen from time to time, and I want to make sure I reach them. Woo! Linda, I'm not going to repeat it, but I read it, and I'm celebrating it so that my recording doesn't capture it. But I'm celebrating it. Woo! Look at you making progress. Look at you picking your piece. Look at you deciding that you were more important than the space. It's very hard to do as Black women. So often we decide that the space is more important than how we feel. So look at you picking you. There's nothing wrong with picking ourselves. That is a beautiful way to pick yourself and pick the kind of environment you want to be in going forward. I love that. Congratulations. And as you should be. Good morning, Sugar Luster Tush. Good morning. You should be very proud of your work. What else? We got making moves in the places that matter. We got showing up even though that fear of rejection was sitting just right outside the door, but you showed up anyway. What else have you guys done to win this week? For me, I've been working on my Canva AI class, and I am so proud of how it came out. It's sleek, it's organized. I believe that my learners are going to get exactly what they came for and so much more. It's broken down into small parts. People who want to take the course right now can take it. And then when we have our live class Saturday, they can feel more confident. They can come in with more of their questions and less of like how to support. I'm super excited about it. It is the standard way that I want to teach going forward. I don't know if I'm going to always be able to create all my pre-recorded resources before class, but Dosh Garnet, I'm sure going to try. I'm going to try. Let's see. Erica's win was that she took her idea and made it a short film, and it's gone from a 2 minutes to a 6-minute film. That's a wonderful win. It sounds like your storytelling has evolved into something that you didn't see, and it definitely should be celebrated. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you finished your paying client. Ooh, that's always a good feeling. Girl, me too. Oh, it's always nice when you rap with a client, honey. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Linda, I'm excited too. Linda said, I'm excited about your class. I'm excited too. There's just so much. I knew how to make a Canva app. I've been making Canva apps and I've been selling Canva apps consistently. Since it came out, I've been selling them. And this always happens too. And anybody who teaches, you know this. Once I started preparing to teach, I realized gaps I had in my own business and gaps that my students have in their business when it comes to Canva apps. These are huge gaps, y'all. We are all moving around raggedy in some areas with our Canva apps. And I'm really looking forward to showcasing what those gaps are and what we need to do to fill them. Because they're simple things, but you haven't thought about it. Now, during the day, I'm an instructional designer. I create online learning for companies, organizations, and businesses. So I create online classes that they can take on their own. And so the other thing I'm excited is like I put my knowledge and expertise as someone who creates learning for companies. I put that expertise into my GPT. So you're getting to like have my expertise without knowing it yourself. And I'm over the moon about that. It doesn't always happen that way when I'm building GPTs, but this GPT, I was like, yep, I do this during my day job, I'm putting this in the GPT. I do this during my day job, I'm putting this in the GPT. And it's going to make your Canva app perform so much more better. So, Nikki, I'm teaching a Canva app class, and I'm celebrating that. Like, I was just really dialed into this class, and my win this week is centered around like really being centered on what my students need and trying to fill that need in every little pocket I possibly can. Now, will I miss some things? Yes, because I'm human. I'm only human. After all. But for the most part, it's going to be a good time. And so one of the things, Nikki, I know you stepped away. One of the things, Lydia, is that my day job, I infuse my knowledge from the work I do during the day so that everybody in that class, the GPT they're going to get, that the apps they're going to create, they're going to perform better. They're going to have fewer things that they have to fix, which means they'll have something that's ready for production faster. Right? So it's going to be good. And I'm excited about it. That's my win. It's always nice when my day job and my business can connect in such a way. That's mine. All right, let's see what else some of these wins are. Good morning, Dean. Dean, what was your win this week? Glad to have you, sir. See, Nicola, you got that fear factor like me. When you got that client that's like the client, ooh, the fear that it can generate can make you nauseous. The right client can have you having the bubble guts. But I'm glad that we can celebrate that the project is finished and that you were able to wrap with that client. And it's just another reminder that we can work through the fear. We can work through it. All right. Nikki, the class will be this Saturday at 3 o'clock. That's the live version of the class. All right. But if you grab the class right now, you can actually go in and learn 80% of the material. 20% I'm saving for the live. But the other 80 is already in there. You can go experiment, play, build some Canva apps. I have 5 monetization strategies that 90% of people making Canva apps are not using at all. There are 5 monetization strategies that Canva app creators are not using at all. I'm providing them in my class. I'm showing you how to embed them in your Canva app, and I'm giving you 80 plus prompts to help you kind of generate some new ideas. All right. Here's what I'll give you a little background on the data with these Canva apps. Canva apps are an emerging trend, meaning we're at the very early stages of people building, creating, and selling these apps. The good part is, if you get in now, do well now, you can make a treasure trove long run. Because eventually, and this is the same thing what happened with GPTs. All right, when GPTs came out, very few people were selling GPTs. If I go do some ad research, I can find 20 to 100 people who are selling custom GPTs now. But those people got in early, built some income, and when a larger piece of the niche knew what custom GPTs were, they were ready to buy. All right, so I'm going to flip it. I'm going to re-say it so y'all hear me. Canva apps are an emerging trend. Not a lot of people know how to make them well enough to sell them. People know how to make them, but they don't know how to make them well enough to sell them. There are 5 monetization areas you are missing out on right now. And that's whether you are a experienced Canva app creator or a newbie. So those of you who are experienced, I'm really talking to you. There are at least 5 monetization strategies you're not taking advantage of. You ain't even really knew, you didn't know. And here's a catch. No one told you that these things should be a part of what you do. Thank you for the repost. I appreciate you. Living my best life. Good morning to you. I see you. Oh, Mrs. Miller, you started watching the videos. What did you think? I know you know how to make Canva apps. So let me know what you think. You know, your feedback is extremely valuable to me. So let me know. Let's see. Wins. I finally repriced and reposted my one-on-one class and sold two. Let me reread it. Miss Linda finally repriced. So she actualized her actual value. And then she marketed her one-on-one and she sold two. Your lack of visibility is killing you, people. She just put out a repost and it brought in the income that she wanted. Y'all better wake up and quit letting these fears keep y'all from where y'all trying to go. Congratulations, Miss Linda. Congratulations. Baby, you done had a busy week, ma'am. You've been on it. It's been a choose me week. I love it. Miss Teresa, do you have a win to share with us this week? Nicola said, she said, she was sweating it all. I understand. The right, wrong client, baby, will have you sweating. The right, wrong client will have you sweating. Infinite Rocket Power, how you doing? Good morning. Do you have a win to share with us this week? Brother Dean, do you have a win to share with us this week? Living my best life, do you have a win to share this week? Let us know in the chat. Miss Angela, good morning, good morning. Lady T, good morning, good morning. Brother Corey, good morning, good morning. It's Friday. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is Morning Motivations. And for exactly a year consistently without fail, I have hopped on for 30 to 45 minutes to talk AI, business, content strategy, and mindset shifts that you need to make to move the needle forward in your own life. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you. It's Friday, y'all. We're celebrating wins. We are celebrating wins. How have you won this week? What can we celebrate with you? I want to hear about it in the chat. Let me know. If y'all not following Angela, baby, go follow Angela. Because Angela been knocking mouse out the last couple of weeks with her content. Y'all go follow Angela. Brother Corey, do you ever win this week? Glad to see you, sir. Let's see. Let me go check these wins. Yeah. All we do is win, no matter what, when we let go of our fears. Miss Infinite Rocket Power, if you got a win, I want to hear about it. There is no win too big or too small. And if you say you ain't got no win, that ain't true. Take a deep breath. Let that breath out. Win. If you're breathing, there's an opportunity to do it again. Good morning, Miss T. Good morning, good morning. Miss T got a single drop in. Congratulations to you. Single drop it like it's hot. Congratulations to you. Miss Samela sold 2 of her prompt guides on Etsy. Congratulations to you. I'm not gonna get this name right. I can only be Brianna. I think that's right. Good morning to you. This is Morning Motivations, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm here just to offer you a little bit of encouragement, support, mindset shift. If you're not a part of my community, the Paid Creative, it's where we go to talk strategy, AI, and how we're going to move the needle forward in our business. It's where I drop my ChatGPT prompts. I give away free art. People don't know that, but I give away free art over there. And much, much more. Let's see. Brother Corey said, yes, we're doing it. We're absolutely doing it. So Miss Teresa, her win is that she managed to upload 5 products. She streamlined her process. Oh, that's always great. And that's what made it possible. You know, Miss Teresa, I've been giving this a lot of thought because some of these thought leaders keep lying. They keep lying, and I'm really getting irritated. AI, for the most part, is easy to learn. Building products and running your business can happen, and AI makes it better. But the bottom line is, you've got to take the little bit of AI from all these different tools and bring that process together to get the work done faster. I've been doing AI since 2022. There's never been a moment not listing a product, not teaching a class, not running a school, not moderating for someone else's school. There's never been a moment where one AI tool solved all my problems. I wish more people would say that. I've had to, every single time I want to do something, I got to build a process. And it sounds like you found the sweet spot on building that process for yourself too. So congratulations. And I'm going to celebrate that. Half of the problem with some of y'all is you just want to start something, put it down. You better write you a process. I'm going to do this first, second, third. It's going to save you so much time. Good morning, Mar Digital Co. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't want to miss anything. Let me just make sure I catch everything. Infinite Rocket Power made sales this week on her physical products. Come on through with the physical product sale. Come on through. Congratulations. Corey got 4 more subscribers to his GPT and 2 extra one-on-ones this week. Come on with the wins, sir. Come on with the wins. We're making progress, y'all. The proof is not in the pudding. The proof is in the progress. Yeah. Miss Teresa said you got to have those standard operating procedures. Those SOPs. You know them SOPs you don't like at your day job? Uh-huh. You got to have that for this side business, for this little thing you do on the side that you be telling people, you know, I got a little something I do on the side. It requires standard operating procedures. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. All right. You got to be just as serious as brick and mortar companies are about their business. You got to be just as serious. You got to show up just as professional. And if you don't know how, if you're like, well, Martine, I don't know how. I'm teaching classes all year to show you that. I teach you how to build out step by step how to do certain things. This month, it's a Canva AI app. And I'm not teaching nobody only how to make the app. If all you know how to do is make the app, you don't have enough skills to monetize the app. This year, I've taught people how to use keywords in their products and listings. If all you know how to do is to put the product on the website, you don't know enough. I spent, we did keywords for 3 months. We spent 3 months learning everything we could about how to make sure your product shows on the first page. I know y'all don't know this, but Canva frames are still a thing. And people are still making money with Canva frames. For 3 months, I taught people how to build systems to create Canva frames. Easy Canva frames that anyone could do. More advanced Canva frames that require Adobe. And even how to create Canva frames with your AI art. That happened this year. That happened. Every class, there is a process. There is a workflow. There is a step by step. And this Saturday is going to be no different. I would say this Saturday is probably my best round of making sure I have a monetized framework that you guys can follow. If you're willing to do the work. Now, if you're not willing to do the work, You've got a very expensive hobby. You probably could be on a cruise with the money you spent on a business that you treat as a holiday, but that's another talk for another day. Good morning, Miss Sharon. Good morning, digital gifted Black excellence. All right. Good morning, Infinite Glow Candle. Last call, guys. Last call. A couple things I want to talk about. I am teaching my class this Saturday. I would love to have you. I want you to, if you're on the fence, go to the paid creative. I actually gave you some snippets from my class so you can go kind of get an idea of like, what's this class about? How does she set up class? So you can go watch the snippets. They're free. Good morning, Michelle. There is a special discount code. You can only find it in the calendar. Go to the calendar. I had some people 2 days ago that went to that calendar and got that discount. I was like, I see y'all getting the discount. Look at y'all following instructions. So go get the discount so that you can enjoy lots of value for the lowest price. Okay. You guys did a wonderful job. All of these wins are just signs that we are all moving in the right direction. I have never felt more centered and focused on what it means to run my business than this moment right now. And getting to celebrate your wins with you, it reminds me that I'm not alone in making the progress. And I hope you feel less alone too. We're going to make this progress together. There's enough money and customers and clients on the table for everybody. Like millions. You mean you need all millions of people in the world? You need them all? Really? So there's plenty on the table for all of us. Okay? All right, please know that you are loved, you are valued, and everything that you do matters. So get out there, do the work, be visible. Yes, we're going to be talking more about fears next week. I want you here. Join the paid creative community. It's free to join. Go find the replays. Go play with the AI prompts. All right? I try to give you the most I can every day. You got to give yourself the most you can every day. You guys have a great Friday. Those of you that I will see in class, see you tomorrow. And I will see you Monday. Bye, everybody.